he's one of the best jab blockers I've seen in this game, kind of across everywhere. There's a lot of players who can rely on jab block to do well. He'll just kind of hit it instinctively, and it's very interesting as he gets right into it with the bike right into Rosalina's face, getting 25% on right as we start.
Yeah, definitely. To talk about this, I almost said Mercy player, this Rosalina player, this is Midnight. He's from Pittsburgh, and he's currently #1 there. And if you have followed him recently, he's on quite a rise in terms of like win caliber and stuff. He did really well at Frostbite. His wins are escaping, but they were actually really good wins. But let's see if the Wario matchup is something he's familiar with. But
I never thought the day would come where I got to commentate a set where Rosalina's down B would be relevant to Wario's mini bike, but it was there for a second. Grab the motorcycle with the, I don't even know what that move is called technically.
Gravitational pull?
Is it just called gravitational
yeah.
pull? Oh, wow, the down air.
Midnight.
Gonna get the early give. Midnight taking the first stock with the perfectly placed dare. Glutonny getting a little bit aggressive, going for the stage spike on the dare, bounces off the stage, dies anyway, so we've got a wild start to this first game.
What's crazy to think is that when you think Wario and you think Rosalina, you think slow-paced, grinding the clock. These guys are on their last stock, and we are 1 minute and 20 seconds into the game.
Yeah.
And these guys are playing so quick.
Yeah, and that's actually kind of scary because I had brought up Waft a little bit earlier, and it's something that, well, I'll say it a few more times and hopefully no more unless it comes up. But it's something you permanently have to keep in mind is that once it's fully charged, especially on somebody as light as Rosa, that's almost like a KO punch. It's a kill at 20 if it is.
Definitely. But, you know, Glutonny did waste that Waft early when he was trying to recover after getting down aired. He actually used the Waft to try and get himself elevation and to buy some time for the bike to respawn, but it didn't happen. So he's got to work on a little bit more of his time before that Waft kind of comes into play again.
Yeah, and he knows that. And he's kind of been, I want to say, running away from Rosa just a little bit. He's been a lot less aggressive like he was that first time. Starting out side being at somebody, he's got some chops.
Oh, definitely. All right, though. Midnight, though, not looking really like threatened at all. He's just playing his game, keeping that fortress style that Rosalina is so well known for. But Glutonny, when he finds an opening, he gets a lot of percent out of it.
Yeah, he did get a couple up airs, though. He did have to eat some percentage as a result of just Rosalina being a strong character. One of the characters that probably has advantages on stages more heavily than anybody else, although we haven't talked about it as much since the DLC days, which I guess makes sense. We haven't had to worry about it so much. But Rosa very good on the tri-plats.
Yeah.
The Waft! Just Waft out of nowhere! Wow! That was like quick drop Waft off that top platform.
Glutonny, everybody.
1 game lead as we move forward. That was some crazy stuff.
The crazy thing was, like, I think Midnight knew he had that game in the bag. He was like, I've got this.
He fell into the Rosa trap just for a moment. And the better the Rosa players get, the less they'll do this. But just for a moment, he fell into the Rosa trap of, I'm just going to up air you because you're on the platform above me.
Yeah.
And the power shield Waft ready all day long.
I think he also shield dropped it too.
It looked like
it was a shield drop Waft. And that, you know what's funny? I've been starting to see that type of tech kind of come into play a lot more recently, is that people are really starting to kind of like integrate shield dropping. And I think the moment that really becomes kind of commonplace, that we're in for like some interesting like interactions on platforms.
Yeah, shield dropping is actually becoming more prominent in every Smash community, not even just Smash for Wii U. And I'm really glad to see it coming across it here because logically speaking, this isn't the game you would immediately think like, oh yeah, shield dropping is a really amazing mechanic, but it is everywhere. Glutonny going to go all the way around.
Yeah, not even going to bother trying to recover on that side of the stage. He's just, you know what?
He's running.
Whatever. You can have center stage. I'm going to live.
Town and City also a good stage for Rosa specifically because she can kill with that up air super early. But it's almost scary to go here being a lightweight against a character like Wario. Because Wario can kill you with a couple of smash attacks, an early back air, or those up airs pretty early on. There's a lot of options here.
Oh, that forward smash. Going to be the end of that Luma. Glutonny getting that down tilt in the grab. It's such a good confirm. But now, gotta watch out that
2-frame dash attack.
If you notice what he did there, the point of throwing the bike up was actually to cover high recovery to force a low recovery so he could get the 2-frame on dash attack. Like, that's how you know Glutonny is just this next level type of player.
Yeah, that was incredible coverage across the board, utilizing everything that the character does have. He wound up going super low for the dare to get the first stock as Midnight returning in kind with that dare, or that, I think that was forward smash,
yeah,
on ledge as the invincibility frames wore out.
All right, but you know that full waft is online. Look at that. You can see that Glutonny is looking for these setups.
Yeah, he just tried 3 different setups at the same time. Like, one after the other after the other.
That's a dead Luma, too. Now that bike is on board, but not going to get it. It's going to just roll off. Oh, okay.
He went for the roll read.
Yeah, he was really calling it. That was a hard call out on the roll. We haven't really seen roll come into play much from Midnight. So Glutonny was just making some type of left field call there, but it's all right. Ooh, the up airs, though.
I think he feels like he definitely had enough of a lead to where he has multiple ways that he can win. At that back air, oh, that was real close. 130, though, for Rosa. This is a rough place. As that bike, again, going to poke Rosa, as you mentioned before. The high recovery, not an option that happened, as just the short hop back air right into his face. Going to take the game and the set 2-0 in favor of Wario.
That was a very entertaining set. And normally, like, a lot of people don't find Rosalina sets, like, entertaining. But, you know, sometimes when you see Rosalina play some of these, like, off-the-wall characters, it's kind of cool.
We've gotten Duck Hunt and Wario on back-to-back sets, so we've got some fun stuff for you on this stream as we continue our Midwest Mayhem European Tour. Are we going to have another European player coming up?
Yep, next up is going to be Cinniboo versus S1.
S1, the Ness from Europe, earned his way here. Definitely an interesting player. He has a